YouTube, it's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is now 42 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 41 big wins by way of knockout. He's 35 years of age, stands at 6'7", with an 83-inch arm reach. He just had his highly anticipated trilogy showdown with undefeated 2-time heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, who's now 31 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. Tyson Fury is 33 years of age, stands 6'9" with an 85-inch arm reach. With that said, Tyson Fury looks to have a mandatory WBC challenger in the winner, Otto Wallin, versus British heavyweight title contender, star boxer Dillian the Body Snatcher White, which is scheduled to take place October 30th. With that said, the winner of that fight is going to be the mandatory for Tyson Fury. And then obviously Tyson Fury, he's looking for undisputed showdown with the winner of former fellow countryman, 2-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer Anthony Joshua, and Olympic gold medalist, former undisputed cruiserweight, undefeated heavyweight unified world champion Oleksandr Usyk, in their highly anticipated rematch that seems to possibly be set to take place around April time. Okay, so the winner of that fight, Tyson Fury, could fight for undisputed. But at this current time, and the way it stands, Tyson Fury is going to have to fight the winner, Otto Wallin, Otto Wallin and Dillian White, October 30th. But a lot of people have already wondered what's the next move for Deontay Wilder after being brutally knocked out this past Saturday in an action-packed, epic, historic heavyweight title showdown where he dropped Tyson Fury twice. Tyson Fury ultimately dropped him 3 times and stopped him, and knocked him out. So with that said, okay, Deontay Wilder has let it be known that he is indeed not looking to retire. As many people, they feel like he might look to retire. He let it be known he's not looking to retire. And Deontay Wilder is looking for a big comeback fight. And it could possibly be against former unified heavyweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, Andy Ruiz Jr. Now, Andy Ruiz Jr., he's looking for another partner, another dance partner, and he's looking to come back in December. And that could possibly be against either former IBF heavyweight world champion, star boxer, Charles Martin, or it could be against Cuban superstar boxer who has only had 2 title opportunities, and that was against Deontay Wilder, that being none other than southpaw Cuban superstar boxer Luis King Kong Ortiz. Okay, so Andy Ruiz is looking to get back in the ring. It more than likely looks like it could be Charles Martin, and then we could possibly see Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz Jr. Early next year or the spring of next year. Okay, it looks like the WBA, World Boxing Association, are looking to put Deontay Wilder in the ranking systems, okay, to move him up the ranking systems. He only has 2 losses. He has a draw. That all coming at the hands of the best heavyweight in the world, and that being Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, who also ended the reign of legendary Hall of Famer Vladimir Klitschko. So Tyson Fury has established himself, no doubt, as the best heavyweight in the world, okay? And Deontay Wilder is still viewed as the number 2 best heavyweight in the world, okay? Anthony Joshua has 2 losses. Deontay Wilder has 2 losses in the draw. You know, the heavyweight division is absolutely booming because you still have guys like Robert Helenius, who just defeated Adam Karnacki for a second time, who is Deontay Wilder's sparring partner as well. So they're familiar with one another. Andrew Ruiz is still in the mix. Okay, he created history by dropping Anthony Joshua 4 times and stopping him and becoming the first Mexican heavyweight world champion. Also, you have Anthony Joshua, who's looking still to come back and still a superstar, right? And beat Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk is making a name for himself. Tyson Fury just had a fight of the year knockout victory over Deontay Wilder. So there's a lot of shuffling going on in the heavyweight division as Tyson Fury, he stands alone at the top right now, okay? And so with that said, Deontay Wilder is obviously, they fought 3 times, okay? He's looking to put himself back in title contention, looking to make himself a mandatory challenger. and he's looking to get back on that big stage. Okay, so Deontay Wilder is going to take some time off. He's going to go focus. He has a new trainer and former heavyweight title contender star boxer Malik King Scott. Okay, they had a great game plan. Deontay Wilder said he got away from the game plan. He couldn't go to the body. He couldn't focus because after Tyson Fury knocked him down with the punch on the air, that Deontay Wilder no longer, he said his equilibrium was off from that point forward, and he was struggling to recover. Even when he knocked down Tyson Fury and broke his hand, he stated that he still didn't know where he was at from Tyson Fury hitting him in his ear. So that's a testament to Tyson Fury. And so with that said, Deontay Wilder is looking to get back in the contentions, okay? And, Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder still would be a big fight. This is the heavyweight division. Okay, Mike Tyson, he lost twice to Evander Holyfield. He was knocked out brutally by James Buster Douglas, okay? But he still had mega fights with Lennox Lewis, okay, where he was brutally knocked out, okay? And he had still tons and tons of mega fights, okay? Lennox Lewis was brutally knocked out by Oliver McCall. Then he was brutally knocked out by Hasim Rahman. He came back to knock those guys out. So Deontay Wilder has been stopped and knocked out by Tyson Fury, right? And the difference, Lennox Lewis obviously bounced back to knock those guys out. And then you have Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe. He lost to Riddick Bowe. Evander Holyfield did, twice. And he beat Riddick Bowe once. He lost to Lennox Lewis, okay? He beat Mike Tyson. So they mixed it up, okay? And that's what Deontay Wilder is looking forward to doing. Still establishing himself as one of the greatest heavyweights in the history of sport of boxing. He has successfully defended his titles 10 times. One of only 6 fighters in the history of sport to do so, okay? He started boxing at 21 years old, okay? He is Olympic bronze medalist and only boxing for a year and a half, okay? Knocked down and knocked out every opponent he's ever faced. And Deontay Wilder has the highest knockout ratio in the history of sport of boxing at 93%. He even knocked down in the 3 fights with Tyson Fury. He knocked Tyson Fury down 4 times and arguably could have had him knocked out. Many people like Andre S.O.G. Ward, Olympic gold medalist, retired undefeated Hall of Famer who commentated the fight. He felt like the count was very, very, very slow and that Deontay Wilder could have been awarded a knockout over Tyson Fury at that point in time, okay? And in the 12th round of the first fight, it was a slow count. He could have been considered a knockout then, but it wasn't. And Tyson Fury weathered the storm. So with that said, Deontay Wilder is looking to get back in the ring. And Deontay Wilder also stated it's just a shame that he had to go through this type of fight to get his respect and for people to show him love and to give him his roses. He said it's a shame that it had to come at this point in time when I successfully defended my titles 10 times. It's a shame that, I'm not have the highest knockout ratio in the history of sport now that my peers and the fans are showing me love in knockout defeat. When I was looking to go out on my shield in the second fight before my corner threw in the towel when they were instructed never to do so. So with that said, he's looking to make a comeback and have big fights, okay? This is the heavyweight division. It's only one fight in the heavyweight division to go undefeated, and that was Rocky Marciano. If Tyson Fury can duplicate that, that would be absolutely enormous. Especially Tyson Fury beating 2 of the best fighters in his era, in his generation. And if he beats and fights and beats Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury cements himself as one of the greatest heavyweights, possibly top 5 greatest heavyweights of all time, by defeating Deontay Wilder, defeating Vladimir Klitschko, and if he goes and defeats Alexander Usyk, Olympic gold medalist, a cruiserweight undisputed champion, and a heavyweight unified champion in an undisputed match, Tyson Fury may just solidify himself as the top 5 best heavyweights in the history of the sport of boxing. That's saying a lot because he goes on to fight Anthony Joshua in a huge all-British showdown, and he beats Anthony Joshua. Well, Tyson Fury would have beaten the best of his era and the best of the yesteryear era. He would have ended the era before his reign and beaten all the best of his era. That speaks volumes, okay? So Tyson Fury would definitely be considered top 5 heavyweights of all time, hands down. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy that comes with Tyson Fury. There's a lot of, speculation that comes with Tyson Fury. Well, there's a lot of speculation that comes with a lot of fighters, and I'm not giving Tyson Fury a pass, but what he's done, weathering the storm against Deontay Wilder, outboxing Vladimir Klitschko, it speaks volumes. So with that said, Deontay Wilder could possibly fight Andy Ruiz Jr. in a massive showdown. You have guys like Tommy the Hitman Hearns. He's calling for a 4th fight. A lot of people now, you have ESPN. They said they only want to see a 4th fight. Why are we going to see the 2 best heavyweights fight anybody else when we know the outcome? We might as well see them fight each other again, right? So now Fox Sports, they did a telecast. They want to see a 4th fight because it was historic. The 3rd fight was historic, right? It was action-packed, and people are calling to see it once again. So Deontay Wilder's looking to get another big fight. Could possibly be, again, Andy Ruiz in the spring, should Andy Ruiz get past Charles Martin, which I believe he will, in the mega PBC showdown. So Adam Kalnaki is still a action-packed fighter, right? Robert Helenius is in the mix. There's a lot of moving parts that's still available for Deontay Wilder. So let's see how this plays out. Deontay Wilder says, it's a shame that I had to go through what I had to go through to get my respect and get my recognition and get my roses. But I will be back, and I'm planning to have a huge fight in the spring, which will be more than likely Andy Ruiz Jr. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Bumgarner, you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.